youth and guardian. These events recognize this consistency to the profession along with the tradition, honor, and legacy of that provided by those leaders before will inspire us today. We would also like to thank every friends for the continued support that these graduates will continue on as they serve the great nation in the years to come. This week, we have a special opportunity to recognize one additional significant achievement demonstrating the dedication of 11 of our graduates who have completed the process to become citizens of the United States of America. Today's recognition is made possible by a partnership between the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security to allow active duty service members to become citizens under the Naturalization Act Basic Training Initiative. To be eligible, a member of the armed forces must pass a comprehensive application process administered by the Department of Homeland Security, including a background check and a personal interview to demonstrate high moral character and their knowledge of the English language. Applicants are also tested on U.S. history and government. When applicants take the oath of allegiance to the U.S. Constitution, they become American citizens. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. The Air Force is proud to recognize Airman Brian Yanis Gonzalez, country of origin, Cuba. Airman Justine Amanga, country of origin, Kenya. Airman Malikatu Masi, country of origin, Niger. Airman Benjamin Amachi, country of origin, Ghana. Airman Ula Gashegan, Osinawa, country of origin, Nigeria. Airman Juan Velez Preciado, country of origin, Colombia. Airman Adele Alvarez, country of origin, Philippines. Airman Boris Mobagali, country of origin, Cameroon. Airman Frank Limo, country of origin, Tanzania. Airman Lanelle Brown, country of origin, Jamaica. Airman Myrna Lopez Chavez, country of origin, Guatemala. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the newest citizens of the United States of America. Our newest citizens were led by their military drill and ceremony non-commissioned officer, Technical Sergeant Dominic Jackson. Good morning. I am Technical Sergeant Tyree Porter, Military Training Instructor Trainer, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. As the flights move into position and for the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you refrain from entering the retreat pad and remain in your respective seating area when taking photos during the ceremony. Do not stand or sit in the stairways unless entering or exiting the grandstand. Additionally, we ask that you do not stand at the bottom of the grandstands as well as the arena drill pad. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you may proceed onto the retreat pad after the flights are dismissed. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Utilize the handrails and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Restroom facilities are located in the reception center and to the right of the flag pole. During this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. At this time, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and state of training in a command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as the military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner, to aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision in response to the leader's orders, and to provide the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. To maintain proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Now, marching into position. Flight 609, led by Matias Tercero, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Beverly Hills, California. Flight 610, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Hansen, military training instructor, hometown, Eldridge, Iowa. Flight 611, led by Technical Sergeant Malik Smith, military training instructor, hometown, Chicago, Illinois. Flight 612, led by Technical Sergeant John Shelton, military training instructor, hometown, Pittsburgh, California. Flight 613, led by Staff Sergeant Brandon Millington, military training instructor, hometown, Fairbanks, Alaska. Flight 614, led by Technical Sergeant Jacob Erdzik, military training instructor, hometown, Ipswich, England. Flight 615, led by Technical Sergeant Tiffany Todd, military training instructor, hometown, Beverly Hills, Florida. Flight 616, led by Technical Sergeant Colin Gendron, military training instructor, trainer. Hometown, Kingsford, Michigan. Academic Excellence Flight 617, led by Technical Sergeant Dustin Conoyer, military training instructor. Hometown, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Flight 618, led by Technical Sergeant Kevin Bird, military training instructor. Hometown, Sarasota, Florida. Flight 621, led by Master Sergeant Nicholas Niles, military training instructor. Hometown, Oneed, New York. PT Excellence Flight 622, led by Technical Sergeant Travis Lage, military training instructor. Hometown, Pelican Rapids, Minnesota. Flight 623, led by Technical Sergeant Carlton Eugene, military training instructor. Hometown, Union, New Jersey. Musical support for this morning ceremony is provided by the graduates from Flight 619 and 620, performing under the direction of retired Master Sergeant Samuel Johnson, Master Military Training Instructor. Hometown, Stratford, Connecticut. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all the basic training syllabus and training requirements, drum and bugle corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each drum and bugle corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Evett.
Welcome to Gator Nation. Scripture affirms the Lord is a rock, a foundation. Please join me in prayer. Lord God, we thank you for the blessing of this celebration coin ceremony for the 320th, for the life we have, for the abilities that you have given and helped each of these trainees to develop an opportunity to stand here before us today. We thank you for the military training instructors, all those who have inputted and helped them to guide them along the way to be here today. We thank you for your faithfulness and guidance for them and the mentorship that they have received. Give them a continued desire to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to be part of a world-class Air Force. Give them connection and strength to stand and point the way for all those who follow them. Enable them and each one of us to fulfill all of your purpose and give you honor for this country, for those who serve and lead. Be with us all. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's basic military training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Deputy Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training and 1993 graduate of Basic Military Training, Lieutenant Colonel Alvin Schultz, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training and 2003 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. From the graduating squadron, the Acting Commander, 320th Training Squadron and 1998 graduate of Basic Military Training, Major Ryan Durso. The Acting Senior Enlisted Leader, 320th Training Squadron and 2009 graduate of Basic Military Training, Master Sergeant Anthony Coleman, Jr. Also in attendance with us today, the Adjutant General for the State of Kansas, Brigadier General Michael Venerdi, accompanied by his wife, Valerie. The Deputy Commander, 37 Training Wing, Colonel John Odell III. The Commander, 20th Fighter Wing, Colonel Christopher Smith, accompanied by his wife, Gail. The Command Chief, 20th Fighter Wing, and 1996 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Christopher Greist, accompanied by his wife, Jamie. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Sergeant Coleman will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning. Let's try it one more time. Good morning, team. Hopefully we'll wake up a little bit later. All right. Hey, today as we stand here together, celebrating the culmination of an incredible journey, I want to address each and every one of you, the graduates, families, and friends. For the past 7.5 weeks, your loved ones have shown unwavering dedication, determination, and discipline, and it is with immense pride that I congratulate them on their remarkable accomplishment. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to acknowledge the real heroes who made this possible, their military training instructors. These selfless men and women have poured their hearts and souls into shaping your loved ones into the airmen you see today. They've gone above and beyond, sacrificing time with their own loved ones and pushing themselves to ensure these graduates have the best training experience possible. So I ask that everyone here, stand with me and show our heartfelt appreciation for our amazing MTIs. Thank you. Graduates, as you stand here today wearing your uniform with pride, I want you to know that your family and friends are bursting with joy and aspiration for your accomplishments. You come from different backgrounds with unique values and principles, but you united under a common goal to become an airman, and you've succeeded. The journey was not easy, but you've built a strong foundation of discipline, self-control, and critical thinking, which are essential for success in the profession of arms. As you venture in your future, you know that you have the unwavering support of your loved ones and your family and friends. We believe in you, and we know that you will rise to the challenges that come your way. When the tough times come, remember the 3D effect: determination, dedication, and discipline. Embrace these three principles alongside of our Air Force Corps values, success will follow. Excellence is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. Failure may come, but it does not define you. The true test lies in the courage to persist in striving for greatness. Embrace the challenges, embrace the discomfort, persevere with the spirit of a champion. If you walk past a problem, you have just created a new standard and set your wingman up for failure. Today, as you move forward as an airman, know that you are a part of a proud tradition, a legacy of excellence that stretches back through history. Your family and friends are filled with pride and joy as they witness you becoming part of something greater than yourselves. I want you to remember that this is just the beginning of your journey. Embrace every moment, learn from every experience, and let the core values, integrity first, serve for self, and excellence in all you do, guide your way. We have no doubt that you will soar to new heights as the challenges come your way. Chase your dreams. Let the world witness the unstoppable force of Gator Nation. Finally, graduates, I leave you with this. You are joining a team that will look to you to define the character of our Air and Space Force for years to come. We have faith in you because every time you recite the Airman's Creed, you adamantly proclaim that you will not fail, and we believe you. As your senior enlist leader, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Wilson and the Chief Master Sergeant Anderson that you receive your Covenant Airman's coin. That signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Roll, Gator, what? Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major Durso will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, family and friends, honored guests. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing your love and support to the fine people formed up before you, both previous. Thank you for sending us your loved ones. You trusted us, perhaps with some trepidation, with your sons and daughters, your brothers, sisters, wives and husbands, and in some cases, even your mothers and fathers. And here they stand before you. The same people you said goodbye to 2 months ago, yet not quite the same. They have changed. Some of those changes they may delight in telling you about. They may even involve a laugh or two. Some of those changes they may find hard to explain, but I don't think you will find them hard to notice. And good morning to you, Airmen. How does that feel? You are trainees no longer. You've earned the right. You've earned the right to be called Airmen. Congratulations. This is an achievement, one shared by less than 1% of the population of our country. You arrived what to expect, and we threw plenty at you. You faced new obstacles, unknown challenges and locations. You had to learn fast. You had to adapt quickly. You had to integrate with new people. You had to coalesce with them, and then together, you had to forge and operate as a team. You had to eat MREs. And each step of the way, you were guided by a training instructor. You'll remember them. You'll take many things with you when you leave. Maybe you'll continue folding your underwear, maybe not. But what I hope you never stop doing is learning. Learn everything you Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake. And remember another lesson. Electronics fail. Actually, remember that even if there is no one in the stands from your past cheering you, if you came here thinking you were alone in the world, that's not true of you any longer. You have a wingman behind you, to your left and right, and in front of you. You've joined the greatest Air Force the world has ever known. Welcome to the team. So, some of you will serve in the joint world where you'll have the opportunity to expand your roster of wingmen to include our great soldiers, sailors, guardians, Coast Guardsmen, and Marines. Our services do not fight alone. One nation and one force. And you've joined that force, and you've joined it not a moment too soon. I need not tell you we face uncertain times. Other powers rage around the globe even as we speak. Since World War II, much of the world has looked to the United States for security, for relief, for alliance, and for leadership. Indispensable to those efforts is the United States military, perhaps the greatest symbol of America's might and her commitment. I graduated from the 320th Training Squadron, but later at officer training school, I was required to memorize a quote. People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. In just a few moments, you men and women will recite the Airman's Creed. Consider the words carefully because we do indeed need you to be our sword and shield, our sentry and avenger. Aim high, Gators. Learn and then execute. Congratulations on your achievements here, Airmen. Now let's get to work.
Thank you, Major Durso. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer, someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from Flight 617, Airman Tyler Gravlin. He is from Newport Beach, California, and joined the Air Force to become an airborne mission systems specialist. In the stands cheering are his mother, Alicia, father, Jason, and brother, Blake. His recruiter is Technical Sergeant Leviette from Fountain Valley, California. Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. This morning, we honor our heritage of military customs and traditions as we welcome our newest airmen into the ranks of the Department of the Air Force. There are two purposes for this morning's retreat ceremony. The retreat ceremony is a solemn event conducted at every United States military installation around the globe. It signifies the end of the official duty day, and today is a symbolic of the end of our training of our graduates. But more importantly, it is to pay respect to our nation's flag. When we offer our respect for our flag and to our national anthem, we have an opportunity to reflect on the democratic principles that have been made our nation's great. The meaning of freedom, dignity of the individual, the pursuit of happiness, and national unity all come to mind when you think of our flag. It is the symbol of our nation to the world. Military members have a special bond with the flag. These airmen are part of the flag's tradition because they symbolize the spirit and sacrifices of the military and dedication to the defense of this great nation and the principles it represents. When we salute the flag as it is lowered, we ask you to think. Think about the flag flying over Arlington and other national cemeteries. Think about the flag being carried into combat by the service members who preceded us. Think about the freedom Americans enjoy today, freedom without precedent in the history of the world. The men and women who stand before you today represent the projection of the strength behind our flag. Our flag security detail consists of members from the graduating squadron, led by Master Sergeant Brittany Jones. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Anthony Coleman. Ladies and gentlemen, Please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor our military members. The flag has flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It has flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free, yet it remains invincible. Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Families with graduates in the Drum and Bugle Corps are asked to wait for the graduates on the north side of the west bleachers while they secure their equipment. We ask that you refrain from running onto the retreat pad, and please use caution when descending the bleachers. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Airmen, if you lost a flight cap, report to the podium to retrieve it. Top graduate, report to the podium to retrieve your certificates. All graduates are now released to their family members.